Let's look at this black queen. Let's look at this black queen that held her daughter like she was a shield. This is what black queens do. Hey, Umar, is this what black queens do? Use their teen daughter as a shield? Is that a queenly thing to do? Is to hold your daughter as a shield? You see, you have to put stuff like this in people's face in order for them to see how screwed up the black community really is. This is a mother. This is a mother. Her name is Tenescha Selena Henry. She used her 14-year-old daughter as a shield. Let's get into this. Or maybe not. Let me read through the article real quick. Houston, Texas, a Missouri City woman is accused of using her teenage daughter as a shield to protect herself from law enforcement. Remains behind bars. Tenescha Henry, who's 35, is charged with evading arrest, child endangerment, and fraud. Last Thursday night, Precinct 8 Deputy A. Peters responded to assist Webster Police in pursuit of a theft suspect wanted by Bel Air police. Peters says she became the lead unit and pursued the car for 25 miles with speeds exceeding over 100 miles per hour. At a point, Henry did end up exiting and going the wrong way on the service road of I-45, then ultimately went the wrong way on the local road of Airport Boulevard. Peters recalled. The pursuit ended in the parking lot of a strip center on Cullen Boulevard near Beltway 8 when Henry ran out of gas, according to Precinct 8. She essentially got out of the vehicle, walked around the front of the car, opened the passenger side door. Peterson said she grabbed an unknown female. Shout out to Liana. Say, why are you going live while I'm at work? Well, I had some time today, so I decided to go live. I appreciate you being here, though. All right. All right. So take her out of the car, where she unfortunately put her in what we would call a chokehold and put her in front of law enforcement. These are the mothers of civilization. Liana has gifted 2 memberships. Shout out to whoever got the membership. Yoli got a membership, and someone else. According to Peter, the teen girl was crying and pleading with her mom to stop. I distinctively remember her at times saying, shoot me, shoot us, things of that nature, the deputy said. These heifers do not care about their children, but you got people that will claim that they do, which is why I don't understand why the courts give them full custody. Why do you give these women full custody when they could barely take care of themselves? She said it was fortunate that they had a volume of law enforcement officers on the scene, that they did, because the parking lot was broken into 2 scenes. Peters went to the vehicle and discovered a third person in the back seat while other law enforcement kept Henry surrounded. The man in the back seat was put in the back of a deputy unit without incident, according to Peters. So who was sitting in the back seat? Don't tell me some grown man. Oh, man. Or whomever. Let's see. Third person. It might have been another kid. Who knows? No, it ain't. The man in the back seat was put in the back of the deputy unit without incident. According to Peter, she said he was either Henry's current or former romantic partner. So you mean to tell me that this grown man was sitting in the back seat while this crazy lunatic woman and her daughter was sitting in the front? I told y'all, women date dysfunctional, weak men who will sit back while this woman goes on a rampage and do nothing to stop it. From there, the deputy said that she was able to put herself in a position to use her taser on Henry without hitting her daughter. It was very high intensity. Peters said it was a very dangerous situation, and to put her own family member, not to mention her daughter, right in front of potential danger is just kind of crazy to me. Henry was taken into custody and her daughter was released to a grandparent. We found over 20 pieces of what we would call identifying information. So numerous cards, debit cards, credit cards, social security cards, health insurance cards, things like that. Driver's license, Peters said. She said deputies on the scene had to use their training and past experiences to ensure a safe conclusion. Well, that's good policing. Shout out to good policing. Shout out to good policing. Some women should not be mothers. Some women don't deserve to be mothers. They really don't. That's ultimately the main goal that we have every day. Peter said, not only do we want to go home, we want to make sure everybody else goes home as well. Henry remains in jail in Harris County. Her bond is set at a combined $20,000 for evading and child endangerment. A bond has not been set in the fraud case. The 35-year-old due back in court September 27th. She needs to stay in jail as long as possible. I'm sick and tired of you dysfunctional mothers, okay? You so-called mothers. Y'all are not mothers. You are a danger to society. And the only reason why you get full custody is because the courts hate fathers. I truly believe that a lot of these courts hate fathers.
Only on 13, new video shows the moment a mother used her own daughter as a human shield during a police standoff.
The 14-year-old girl's mother's now behind bars, and tonight, a deputy who was able to help save the child's life is speaking out. Reporter Micah Hatfield joins us live with surveillance video that shows the harrowing moments, Micah.
Gina and Eric, certainly this was a very intense situation. I was able to speak to one of the deputies who was on scene today, and she told me that Tenescha Henry got out of the car and pretty much immediately put this young woman in a headlock. Herself and the other deputies on scene didn't know who that person was at the time.
At that point, I 100% believed that we had a hostage situation.
Not just a hostage, but a teen girl being used as a first line of defense against police. It wasn't the first time last Thursday night.
She got that, what you call it, that septum ring. Around any woman that has that shit in their nose is not to be trusted. When y'all see women with them nose rings like that, automatic, mentally unstable. Mentally unstable.
That law enforcement says Tenescha Henry, a theft suspect, put her daughter in harm's way. She led them on a more than 25-mile chase with speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour.
At a point, she did end up exiting and going the wrong way.
And ended in a strip center parking lot on Cullen just off the Beltway when her car ran out of gas. That's according to the Precinct 8 Constable's office.
And then you had this Negro. You got this grown man who was just sitting in the back seat. You know?
Surveillance captured Henry exit the car, approach the passenger side, and pull her daughter out of the car.
So essentially, she had grabbed her and put the passenger's neck in between her bicep and her forearm area and was pulling on her in that manner.
Precinct 8 Deputy A. Peters distinctly remembers Henry's next statements.
There were points that she said, shoot me, shoot us.
At the time, Peters says they didn't know the person being used as a pawn was Henry's 14-year-old daughter, but determined to end it peacefully, the many deputies on scene were able to surround Henry while Peters got into position and tased her. The woman's upset daughter, who was begging her to stop, was not hit.
The nerves are there, obviously. It was an emotional situation.
Henry was cuffed and taken to jail.
Look at that.
A search
Look at him. Look at him. Grown ass boyfriend sitting in the back seat. And these are the same women that guys like Umar will cape for. Where's the accountability for these horrible mothers? None. They don't want to hold them accountable. 2 generations of men and women have been raised by women. And we see the results. Man, what did she think she was going to accomplish? You think they're going to kill your daughter? No, they're going to take you out. And she's lucky they didn't take her out with a gun and they used a taser. Because they could have took her life without taking her daughter's life. Holding your daughter hostage like that is a foolish thing to do. Because one, you're taller than your daughter, so if they want to get a shot in on you, they could.
the car turned up debit and credit cards, social security cards, health insurance cards, and driver's licenses that law enforcement say were not issued to Henry.
Look at her, y'all.
Is grateful that the
Look at
situation
this lunatic.
was
Y'all,
not
look at this
hit.
lunatic.
The nerves are there. Obviously, it was an emotional
And she
situation.
still got her bag around her
Henry
neck,
was
man.
cuffed and taken to jail. A search of the car turned up debit
Yo,
and
why
credit
does she
cards.
still have her bag around her neck? Take that. They ain't even took the bag off. They tased her and then picked her up and took her to the car.
Social security cards, health insurance cards, and driver's licenses that law
Fraud.
enforcement say
Look at
were
that.
not issued to Henry.
Look at that.
Peters is grateful that the situation ended like it did.
Not only do we want to go home, but we want to make sure.
Hey, Umar, what do you think of these things, bro? Brother?
The teen girl was released to a grandparent. Her mother remains behind bars. In downtown, Micah Hatfield,
that.
ABC 13.
No accountability. None. What an embarrassment. What a sideshow that this is. What a sideshow that this is. It's totally it's an embarrassment to the race. But you want to talk about black men?
And credit cards. Social
Now, there's a black male there that's embarrassing enough. Yes, but this is a mother. Mother. This is a mother here who's a complete embarrassment.
security cards, health insurance cards, and
A
driver's
fraud,
licenses.
too. A thief and a fraud. A scammer. She was looking to scam.
That law enforcement say were not issued to Henry.
And these are the people that get a pass for being horrible mothers. And we're supposed to ignore how horrible these people are. Unbelievable.